In this lesson, we're going to look at how to add and subtract integers. Now, when you have a subtraction problem with two integers, what you're going to do, at least in this video, you're going to change the subtraction into addition, and we do that by just adding the opposite. And now, once you have the addition problem of two integers, you need to keep in mind two rules. The first one is if they have the same sign, then you add their values and you keep the common sign. If those two integers that you're adding have different signs, if one of them is positive, one of them is negative, then you subtract the values and then you keep the sign of the larger one. So let's take a look at some examples. Number 1, we have 4 minus 7. So here we have a subtraction problem. So we have to change that into an addition problem. We don't have to, but we're going to for the sake of this lesson. So we have 4 minus 7. We're going to change that. So we're going to add the opposite. So that becomes 4 plus negative 7. Here you have a positive 4 and a negative 7. So these are different signs. So when they're same signs, we add and keep. Because these are different, we're going to subtract. So we have 7 minus 4, that's 3. And you have to keep the sign of the larger value. So because the 7 has more weight and it's a negative, I have a negative 3. So we have 4 plus negative 7 is negative 3. Number 2, we have 12 minus negative 9. We have subtraction. So we're going to change that into an addition problem. So to change it into addition, add the opposite. So we're going to change this minus into a plus. So we're going to add a positive 9. So we change the sign of the 9 as well, of the negative 9 as well. So now we just have 12 plus positive 9. Those two are positive. And this is just regular addition, 12 plus 9, which is 21. So I have positive 21. Number 3, we have negative 7 plus negative 5. So here we're adding. You have two negative integers. So these are same sign. So same sign, add and keep. 7 plus 5 is 12. And because they're both negative, we keep the common sign. So our answer is negative 12. Number 4, we have 8 minus 14. You have subtraction. So we're going to change that by adding the opposite. So 8 plus negative 14. So this is like number 1. Now we have a positive 8 and a negative 14. So these are different signs. You have a positive and a negative. So we subtract 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 is 6, and because we have a positive 8 and a negative 14, here you can see the 14 holds more weight, so that's a negative. So my answer is negative 6. Let's take a look at some more examples. We have negative 1 minus 4. We have subtraction, so let's go ahead and change that by adding the opposite. So we're going to add the opposite. So we have negative 1 plus negative 4. Here you have a negative 1, a negative 4. So those would be same sign. So same sign, add and keep. 4 plus 1 is 5, and we keep the negative. So negative 1 plus negative 4 equals negative 5. Number 6, we have negative 10 minus negative 5. So we have subtraction. So we're going to change that into addition. So let's add the opposite. We have negative 10 plus positive 5. Now we have a negative 10, a positive 5. So these are different signs. So we have same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. So a 10 minus a 5 is a 5. And we keep the negative of the 10 because 10 is greater than 5. So it's a negative 5. Number 7, we have negative 5 plus 12. We have a negative and a positive, so these are different signs. So we subtract. 12 minus 5 is 7, and because the 12 is greater and it's positive, our answer is positive 7. Number 8, 8 plus negative 6. Here we have a positive 8 and a negative 6. Those are different signs. So we have same sign add and keep, different sign subtract. So 8 minus 6 is 2. And because the 8 is greater and it's positive, my answer is positive 2. Here are some examples for you to try out on your own. Let's go ahead and summarize. So when you add and subtract integers, the first thing that is common to do usually is to change the subtraction into addition. You don't have to, but just to be consistent, that's what we decided to do for this video. So change the subtraction into addition by adding the opposite. Now, when you have addition and you're adding two different integers, the two rules you need to keep in mind is if they have the same sign, so if they're both positive or they're both negative, you will add their values and then keep the common sign. If they have different signs, one of them is positive, one of them is negative, you subtract and then you keep the sign of the larger value. And that's it. I hope this lesson has been helpful, and if you have any questions, don't forget to reach out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.